Okay, so going back a little while ago, I did a Q&A answering some questions that people had on my art. Well, mostly art. And there was one question that came up often: how do I paint and draw more expressively? Less rigid, less stifled. I mean, I personally am quite rough and aggressive when I paint. I paint quite fast. I try to be decisive and bold at least in my initial stages, so I know quite quickly where the painting's going, or if it's going anywhere. So here are some ways you can force yourself to be more free. Paint with your arm, not your hand. So standing back from the easel and using your full arm to paint, not your wrist and not your hand. Use deliberate bold marks or sweeping strokes with the whole arm. Use tools that are too big. So use paint brushes and tools that are slightly larger or slightly clumsier that don't allow fine detail. Become a master at those few tools. Don't look directly at your painting. Squinting or slightly closing your eyes to see shapes, values and colors. Painting big. Paint at larger scales than you're used to. If you're used to painting 10 by 10 inches, paint 30 by 30 inches. If you're used to painting 30 by 30, paint at 100 by 100. Color outside of the lines. Coloring messily around where a feature should be can be enough to suggest that feature. So if I'm painting lips, so long as a few key edges are there, I can paint however I like for the rest of the feature. Minimal brushstrokes can translate into detail in the viewer's eye. Destroy your painting. Blurring or scraping down a wet or semi-wet painting can create unexpected marks and free you from being precious. Even throw paint at your painting, and then you can go back in, creating or recreating selected parts you destroyed. You can create a nice tension between chaos and order, destruction and creation. So there's some ways that I try to be more free in the way I paint. Also, a heads up, I just publicly released the Expressive Painting book. It's in the link if you're curious. Okay, that's about it. Bye.